Well, all right now, pull up a chair, grab yourself a steak, and welcome to the show. I'm just an old guy with a YouTube plan, trying to help folks be the best they can. Got a skillet hot and the stories flow when the carnivore rhythm starts to go. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Used to play the congas back in my day. Now I play them while the ribeyes sway. We laugh, we learn, we hang around while that carnivore groove lays down. Come on in, pull up a seat. Got good friends and plenty of meat. Life gets better bite by bite. Hang with us tonight. With the congas rolling and the stories told, carnivore wisdom never gets old. Trumpet shout, trombone slide, conga drums keep the groove alive. Steaks on the grill, friends in the chat. Pull up a chair, how cool is that? Come on in, pull up a seat. Got good friends and plenty of meat. Laugh a little, stay a while. Carnivore swinging in style. All right, folks, let's get this live stream started. Stop trusting numbers on a wall. They rise and fall, don't say much at all. Every plan had its moment in time. Worked for a while, then crossed the line. Ran a restaurant, loved the flame. Good food, good nights, familiar game. I turned the photos face down, then didn't need to meet that version of me again. But I always knew my face, round and back then, soft shape. Called myself Big Mitch, played it light, but jokes don't lift that kind of weight. Then one night under fluorescent light, in a quiet gym late in the night, I didn't turn, I didn't run, I finally said, yeah, that's me, son. I don't look perfect, I don't look perfect, I don't look young, I don't look young, I just look like a normal man. Scar on my nose from a heart a year, healed up clean, still standing here. Life kept rolling, so did I. Didn't come this far just to pass it by. I tried every promise ever made. Same old circle, different shape. One small slip, one excuse, learn right back to a weight I couldn't burn. This time I stayed inside the lines. No deals, no maybes, no second tries. Meeting salt day after day, and the noise in my head just faded away. Then one night under mirror light, I stood there calm, I stood there right. Didn't wish, didn't pretend, I finally said, yeah, this is the end. I don't look broken, I don't look broken, I don't look done, I don't look done, I just look like a normal man. 2 push-ups used to stop my breath. Now I passed 25, still got some left. Not fighting age, not chasing time, just strength coming back one rep at a time. Body got lighter, mind got
I hate to
clearer.
stop
Funny how
the
true
music.
shows up this late in the year. Wasn't weak, wasn't lost back then, just needed the right
A lot of comments about the opening songs. That's great. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. It's Tuesday night, and welcome. It's me, Mitch. Who else? Good to see you all, and thank you. See Barbara's in the chat. Grandma's Crochet Corner. So for those of you who commented how much you like that opening music, thank Barbara for both of those songs. If I put those songs end to end, they run about 6.5 minutes. Maybe I should start my countdown long enough to play both of them. I might do that. I think that would be okay as long as I actually started talking at 7 o'clock. Allowing all of us to enjoy the entirety of that music because it's great. It's great. Barbara says, "Oh, so glad you enjoyed them, Mitch." How can you not? How can you not enjoy that? How can I not be flattered by the lyrics that you wrote? Fabulous. Fabulous. Thanks again, Barbara. So while people are chiming in here, got 51 of you here so far. Good evening to you. It is Tuesday night. Tuesday, the most nothing day of the week. We'll try to make it into something. Gary's in the green room with a cigar, making me envious. Pardon me, but I always love to see somebody enjoying a good cigar. Tuesday is kind of a nothing day for me. My son cooked me up a big pork shoulder or whatever you make pulled pork out of, and I went over to see him this afternoon. Well, this morning, and he gave me a big bag of pork. I haven't tried it yet. I was afraid that if I tasted it, I would eat the whole friggin' bag, and there's a lot of pulled pork in there. So tomorrow, that's going to be my first meal of the day, and I may make a couple of chaffles and make a big pulled pork sandwich. Little variety. It sounds good. But I had my bacon and eggs today and didn't want to eat anything else. I've had my one meal of the day, and I'm fine. Not hungry. Completely satisfied. Had another one of those days today where a lot of the current direction of YouTube kind of got me down. And I was on the phone with my daughter this afternoon and went through that. I don't know why I do this stuff, but I figured that I'd come in here tonight and you guys would all cheer me up. So that's your job tonight, to make me feel that I'm not spinning my wheels here, not potentially opening myself up to life-altering lawsuits or even criminal prosecution for being such a dangerous man. And what brought those thoughts on is what they're doing to poor Robert Kiltz with medical board complaints and lawsuits. It is unconscionable. And quite frankly, it pisses me off. Nelson's here. Hiya, Nelson. Good to see you. Hello, Mitch, he says. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. This Friday, the 13th, we're having our meetup. At the Estampa Gaucha Brazilian Steakhouse at the Melbourne Square Mall at 11:30, and Gary's going to be there. Looking forward to seeing Gary again and his son. Yes, he's pointing to himself. Speaking of Gary, he is sitting there all by himself, lonely in the green room. Won't somebody come join him so we can start off with at least a couple of people on the panel? A couple of people. Yeah, and Nelson said, God willing, I will be there. Well, I'll put the word in for you. I'll put the word in for you. Let's see. Let me go back to the beginning and I'll say hello to people while we wait for some more people to come in here tonight. It's a gorgeous day today. Sunshine, 80-something degrees out there, very warm. Beautiful time of year down here in Florida. First one in was Jerry. Hooray for Tuesday panel. I'll be listening from work. Okay, Jerry, glad to know that you're there. And Mike Seeley from Tampa chimed in. Sandy Blythe, see you tonight and 6:35. Mike Seeley from Melbourne. Mike is going to come over Thursday. Bring a few folding chairs over for the meetup here because we're probably going to come over to my place afterwards. And we'll smoke a cigar. And I always enjoy that. So looking forward to seeing you, Michael, on Thursday. Mike from Canada's here. Everybody's named Mike. Looking forward to the chat tonight. So far, it's just me and Gary. Barry Simon, looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you. And that package, I got a notice from UPS. It's going to be delivered tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got a box of cigars from Barry. Look beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Lori Whitesell. Hiya, Lori. Good evening, Mitch. Tammy's here. Hiya, Tammy. How are you? Let's get some ladies in the chat tonight. Don Changer. Hiya, Don. Good evening. And Robin Downing. Good to see you from Gladstone, Missouri. Or Missouri. How do you pronounce it? Richard Williams from Copper Hill, Tennessee is here. And Chris Swain from Australia. We're not quite to 7 o'clock yet. And there's Barbara. Hiya, Barbara. How are you? Carnivore. Carnivore Rebel complimenting the music. Yeah, it is great. Jerry Voitish from Ponte Vedra Beach. We're going to miss you this week. Sorry you can't make it to the meetup. Sean. Hi, Sean. How are you? And Mary M. Good evening from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Yeah, it is great music. Yeah. Lori, may I have this dance? Yeah, how about that? How about that? Both the tunes. I may have to lengthen the countdown a little bit. I'm going to have to calculate exactly how long those two songs are so that I know exactly when to start the countdown. And it may start at some odd number like 6 minutes, 32 seconds. But I think I'm going to try that Thursday night on the members live stream and see how it works out. If it works out, then I'll start doing that. The show starts at 7, however. Brenda McIntyre. Hiya, Brenda. How you doing? And Loretta Nadeau was here. Wow, look at all these people that chimed in before 7 o'clock. Donna Pedersen. Where it's so tough trying to figure out where the spaces go. Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. Lambs is here. And Lambs, as if there's any surprise, right at 7 p.m. on the money, followed by Don Changer. Drone shots, my buddy Jody. Hiya, Jody. Lambs likes both songs. Bacon Runner. Donna, how are you? Donna, good to see you. Jerry, thanks, Barbara. Oh, so glad you enjoyed that, Mitch. No doubt about that. Tanya's here with us. Hiya, Tanya, and Bride's Biscuit, and Sean likes the music, and Mary M says, question, I'm looking for recommendation where I can buy ladies' cigars. I don't know what makes a cigar a lady's cigar other than a smaller size. And those are available from any cigar store. A lot of ladies smoke cigars, so if you got a local cigar store in your area and you want to buy yourself a cigar, walk in there and say, what have you got that the ladies seem to like? And I'm sure they'll fix you up. Thomas. Hiya, Thomas. Good evening to you. And Nelson, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Like from Canada. Me as well. 9 years OMAD. Yeah. The only problem with OMAD is it's easy to undereat. You got to be careful about that. If I get the slightest little bit hungry a couple hours, 3-4 hours after I eat that meal, I will eat some more because I don't want to undereat. I'm trying to actually, believe it or not, put on a few pounds. I think I was getting a little too thin, but the good news is I have put on a few pounds. Instead of weighing at my lowest after the stroke, I got down to 132 pounds, which is ridiculous. Now I'm hovering around 140, which is certainly not huge by any standards, but I do have a little more meat around the middle, and I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about that. I think it's healthy to carry a little subcutaneous fat. Your body uses it constantly, puts some in, takes some out, puts some in. We need a little bit of gas in the tank. I do believe that. I do believe that. Gary said, retired Rick just did the pulled pork chop. No, he beat me to the punch. Well, I'm not going to make a video about it, that's for sure. So we'll leave Rick have the glory on that one. I'm just going to eat one tomorrow. Nelson saying hi to everybody, and Nelson says, yes, God willing, he will be at the meetup. Looking forward to it. I don't know if Kiltsy's going to make it or not. He's got such a hectic life, but I think it'd be good for him. I think it'd be good for him to slow down a little bit and just relax. Just relax. Yeah, Loretta, hello everyone, 7 p.m. and it's still daylight. And I still have mixed emotions about that. As I was sitting out on my back patio this morning, watching Kiltsy on the TV, and it got to the end of his stream, and it was 7 o'clock, and it was still pitch black outside. I said, so much for morning. It's still the middle of the night, and it's 7 o'clock. So I actually don't like it. It's still daylight outside. I'm still 7:12 looking at the... I think it started to get dark around 7:30 last night. Kathy says, I'm blaming the time change for disrupted sleep, oversleeping, down mood. Yeah, and I think that may have contributed to the mood that I was in earlier. I'm okay now. Like Rodney, I was in rough shape earlier, but I'm okay now. But so many things that I'm disappointed about, that I see the direction going, because one of the biggest problems is this AI stuff. And I used, actually, an AI video in that video I put out about magnesium. And I knew it was an AI video. But all AI videos start with a script. I don't think that script was written by AI, but it was directed by somebody who had some very, very, very valid and good points about magnesium, the benefits, the dangers, the timing, and all of the other things. And I watched a lot of magnesium videos, and that was the best one that I agreed with, conveyed the most useful information in the most understandable format, and it just happened to be an AI video. There are good AI videos out there. But boy, did I get heat about that in the comments. Are you stupid, Mitch? Well, I'm paraphrasing. Don't you know that was an AI video? Yes, I said so in the video itself. I told people I'm showing you an AI video, but I think it's absolutely correct. The sad fact is people don't watch enough of the video itself to even stick around and hear the disclaimers that I say and then blame me for being stupid. And when I see those kind of comments, it's just, my head explodes. I don't take them too personally, but I just say, why do we bother? And I had one of those kind of days today. Why do I bother? YouTube has categorized all of our videos as of last month, I think it was. They announced that anything promoting a carnivore lifestyle will be categorized as hazardous medical advice. Boy, isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? We're talking about the one thing that's actually good for our health, and that's the thing that they want to categorize as hazardous medical advice and demonize us. How far is it down the road when somebody passes some stupid law that makes it criminal to promote hazardous medical advice on YouTube, and the next thing we know, we're getting sued or worse, criminally prosecuted, like so many of the actual carnivore doctors have been, by the establishment that is owned by the enemies of carnivore, the food and drug companies, and all of their money. So on a day like today, I say to myself, why am I exposing myself to the same things that ruin my life time after time? That is, corrupt and crooked human beings looking for any excuse to steal anything that I managed to build. And that's the world we live in today. And I feel so deeply for my friend Kelsey and what he's going through right now. Because it happened to me. It happened to me. I lost everything because of those people and those lawyers and their extortion and everything else. And I hate to say I know how he feels, but I do. And I'm still waiting for somebody to keep Gary company in the chat. It's 17 after. It's time to get started with the chat. And I know Gary's going to cheer me up. I even debated a few hours ago about canceling the live stream tonight because I didn't want to be a downer. And I don't. And I don't. And I have decided this, and I discussed it with my daughter this afternoon, and I'm going to tell you, I am going to either take a break from or stop making videos like my coffee video, my magnesium video. I'm going to make videos that nobody can find fault with. Maybe cooking, product reviews, Barbara showed up. Okay, we're about ready to get started. Hiya, Barbara. But I'm going to concentrate on those kind of videos where I don't get chastised by everybody in the comments, and there's no controversy to them. I can't be accused of putting out harmful information. I can't be categorized by YouTube as being a dangerous man and looked at by all the lawyers trying to use any hook to extort money. Not that I have much, but they'll come forward anyway. I got to take myself. I'm too old. Let somebody else bear the brunt of the heat. And I'll do live streams and we'll have fun. I will continue to do my 6 live streams a week. And reviewing vacuum sealers and making recipes and stuff. But as far as talking about anything that even resembles medical advice, I have to stop that. That's where I am now. I've been there before many times too, but ask me tomorrow. Lewis is shaking his head no. Either that or he's dancing, or he has a stiff neck, or he disagrees with me, one or the other. So, without further ado, my friends, let me get to everybody in the chat. You guys will all cheer me up. This Friday will definitely cheer me up, and Thursday too, because I think I'm going to start to have company coming in on Thursday. And you guys get in touch with me, and anytime, if you're here, come on over, and we'll have a coffee or smoke a cigar or sit and talk, or I'll give you a tour of the Old Guy Empire and Studio. That's great. That's great. Well, at any rate, thanks everybody for being here tonight. 92 of you so far. Listen to this old man rant. I may put out a rant video in the next couple of days. People like my rant videos, talking about the sad demise of YouTube, because I think YouTube is committing suicide because of all the AI stuff that's going on. It's absolutely crazy, crazy. All right, here he is, the man, the cigar, Gary.
Hey, Mitch. How you doing?
Oh, how you doing, Gary? You know what that...
I'm dozing off, I think.
Say what? Oh. Excuse me. All right.
I was thinking maybe this is something Barry can do. He's out there. You can do a parody of those beer commercials, but it'll be Mitch, the most dangerous man in the world, and have him have clips of you flying drones and smoking cigars and eating meat.
Yeah,
All that
I am
stuff.
the most. I am
Larry.
the most dangerous guy in the world. And here is Barbara busily composing new songs for everybody. Hi, Barbara.
Actually, right now I'm in the middle of composing a playlist for a meetup in the UK come June.
Oh, how cool!
So they only want to play Carnivore type songs, so that's what I'm involved in and trying to put together.
Well,
So
you
pretty
certainly
soon,
made enough
my
of them.
songs
That's
are going to be playing at meetups. How about that?
all right. All right, congratulations. Very good. And we have the man, the sunset, Lewis. How are you?
I'm
Good
doing
to
good, Mitch. I would say how are you, but we know how you are.
No, I'm really doing okay. I'm fairly content. I just see trends happening, and I'm not the only one who sees it. And, people are, the software tools are available to people now to create 100 videos at a time, 1,000 videos at a time with a click of a mouse, and then have them all upload to YouTube. YouTube is being overwhelmed with these things. YouTube is getting so many AI videos uploaded, and what are they going to do with them? So now YouTube is kind of taking a look at these AI channels, people that are abusing this, and they deleted, what was it, 10 million either videos or channels that I saw that
Wow.
they're really trying to clamp down. But how do you clamp down on the human race when they get the tools to deceive in the name of profit for themselves? And what's happening is there's only so many advertising dollars that go into YouTube. So we see our advertising revenues keep continually going down, 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 and down. The cost per thousand. I'm making about $2.50 now for every 1,000 views I get on a video. There's no future in that.
Well, I can't pretend to know what it's like when because I don't post videos and read comments like you do, or even like Barbara does. But the videos you make are good. I hate it when you feel like you have to be pushed in a certain direction not to make those videos. I think it's very interesting. And I know people don't listen. They listen to 30 seconds and they write a stupid comment.
Yeah.
You're very clear. This
Well,
is what
I talk
do.
about it. I talk about it because most people don't know what's going on in the community. But we do have Spanky. Spanky was just dancing away. Yeah. Hi, Spanky, how you doing?
Bring me in.
Yeah, and we also have Daniel here with us tonight. Daniel, how are you, my friend? Good to see you.
Big fan of yours, Mitch, and all of you. I just love all the great stories that all of you provide, and all these topics that so many people are afraid to talk about. You bring it to light, you bring it to the forefront, and that's what this is all about, right? Just
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real, be transparent, And so I appreciate this. And, first time here, so be easy on me.
No,
this is the best.
everybody, you're all welcome here. I try to make you all feel at home, and I appreciate everybody that screws up their courage to. Because I'm not a mean guy, but sometimes I feel like people might be a little intimidated by me. I had an employee of mine when I had my computer company once came up to me and he says, "I don't know if you know this or not, Mitch, but most people find you very intimidating."
Really?
And I was surprised at that. Maybe because I don't suffer fools, and most nonsense doesn't get by me. So maybe that
Maybe
comes off
maybe
as
because you knew your stuff too.
yeah,
Maybe it was that.
maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me change a little something here. Zoom in on everybody. There you go. Yeah,
Get
you
rid of
cut
the
off.
QR code. It's hitting your head.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right.
But you track to, that's my buy me a coffee QR code. Everybody, don't all rush to click on it at once. It might overwhelm me into tears.
Do it right now.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm getting more brave. I've been told by so many of my viewers, don't be ashamed of that. So I'm not. I watch Bart K, and he's always got a QR code on his screen. I think it's for that cerule stem cell stuff. That and again, somebody said to me the other day in a comment. These comments either just entertain the hell out of me or piss me off something fierce, but there's no end to them. Somebody said that Bart K doesn't recommend you take magnesium. As if Bart K is the final authority on everything. And Bart K doesn't think people ought to take any supplements except, coincidentally, the cerule stuff that he's pushing. Well, okay, that's called agenda, my friends. Agenda-driven advice, and we've certainly got plenty of that going on. So, I like Bart. I do. I don't dislike him. I don't agree with this reaction video stuff. I don't agree with coming on and trying to destroy somebody because they don't agree with what you think. I think we're all entitled to our own opinion, but we still have to respect the right of everybody to have that opinion. And that's how you all get along.
Yep.
Rodney King, one of the world's great philosophers. Why can't we just all get along? Well, we can't. We can't. It's not human nature to get along. Especially not with 10 billion of us. Well, something happened. I got an email. So, Jerry Voigt just brought me a coffee. Sorry, I can't be there. Have a great time Friday. Yeah, Jerry, we're going to miss you. And thanks for the coffee, my friend. I appreciate that. And I am looking out for anybody else that wants to join us in this little chat tonight. And
come on down.
Come on down. Yeah. Cerule is not a supplement. Jeannie, what did Jeannie say? Cerule is supposed to be stem cell things. I don't know much about it.
Let's call it a therapy.
A therapy. Okay.
Is that better, Jeannie?
Mitch should do videos with a fake tattoo of his QR code on his forehead. Oh, yeah, and I got plenty of forehead to do that with, don't I? That's funny.
Hey, it might go viral.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
Might get a lot of people drinking coffees.
You know how Ken Berry started the Diabetic Society?
Yeah.
American Diabetic Society. I'm going to... And you all remember the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do they still do that? Is there still a Good Housekeeping magazine even?
I'm sure they have a website.
What it was they came up with this Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. And if you sent them enough money, they authorized you to use it in all your advertising. It was not an award. It was something that you purchased. Lawyers today, all lawyers, have the same thing going on. They have U.S. News and World Report has a badge that says best lawyers and the year. Well, I have lawyers that are clients. I did their websites for them, and that badge from that magazine costs them about $1,100 a year to be authorized or licensed to display it on their webpage and use it in their advertisements. So every year, all these lawyers pay to this media conglomerate $1,100 and then send me a graphic and tell me to put it on their website. What does that really mean? Does that have any meaning in the real world? So what I decided is if they could do that, I'm going to do it. I don't intend to charge for it, but I'm going to create an organization. If Ken Berry can create an organization, I can too. And my organization is going to be called Certifiable Human Society. You understand that? Certifiable Human Society. And the badge that I'm going to create is going to say Certified Human. And it's going to be for YouTubers to put on their backdrop so that everybody knows that they're a certified human and not an artificial intelligence generated human. Like so much of the phony doctors and everything else that are out there today that aren't even really doctors. You know, certifiable human. Isn't that a great idea? Isn't that a great idea? So if you see on one of my live streams a really official looking insignia or plaque behind me that says certified human, you'll understand what it means. And as a graphic, because the society is called the Association of Certifiable Humans or something like that, I'm going to have a little picture of some guy being dragged off in a straitjacket. What do you think?
Count me in.
All right.
I think that's something. I think you should have it on every one of your videos.
There you go. Certified human. Because it's getting harder and harder to tell. And that all came about when I came up with this Dr. Becker video. This Dr. Becker channel's got 62,000 subscribers now. And this Dr. Becker is not a real guy. He's an AI construct. And the only reason I used that video because the script and the information in it was so good.
I was amazed. I listen to most of my YouTube. I'm usually doing stuff when I'm not usually looking at a screen. And when I opened it up to look at, and I couldn't believe that it was like a person talking. And because usually the AI ones are just words or images.
Yeah, no, they're getting better. They can actually narrate.
Yeah.
A human. And there are people putting out videos these days where they show two side by side.
Having a
And
conversation.
which is the real guy and which is the AI version of him.
Wow.
And you remember
the deep fakes.
Yeah, deep fakes. You remember when you were a kid? Maybe that was way after I was a kid. But it used to be a real gag because the old kung fu movies used to have, and the lips that weren't even close to what was coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
When they did the dubbing. Yep.
Yeah. Well, but they got it down to such a science, and you have to look real close, but you can. There are telltale signs, especially in the hand movements of these talking heads. They seem to repeat the same thing so many times, and you can tell that there are tiny little giveaways in unsynchronization of the actual lips, but they've got big flashing text on top of everything. And that attracts people's attention, and they don't watch the guy's face. They're distracted, by the man behind the curtain. By the man behind the curtain.
The worst is when AI becomes self-aware. I remember reading, I think it was a thread where there was two AIs talking to each other, but they had their own language. So you had no idea what they were contemplating, what they were talking about.
Wow.
It makes you think, dang, was the Terminator a movie or was it a documentary?
The Terminator might have been a great prophecy.
Right.
Look, the propaganda capabilities of AI are scary enough. When the next political season comes along and all these deep fake videos come out and they're showing you things that aren't true and they're believable and you can't believe your eyes and ears anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're being controlled. But when they start programming these robots and these dogs with the ability to be stronger than humans and arm them with weapons, then the Terminator scenario becomes very real. And
Terminator took place in 2029.
yeah, I know. And we're racing. We are racing
getting
towards
close.
that. And it's happening. It's improving by orders of magnitude in very short periods of time, and it is scary. And that's why I am going to have the certifiable human society, and so we can know who's actually a human being.
We got to protect John Connor at all costs.
All costs.
That's it.
Yeah.
We got to make him carnivore.
I don't think the AIs are going to become conscious that easily, but we are, after all, just organic machines ourselves. And you get to a certain level of capability where you wonder if consciousness isn't impossible. Who's going to name the baby? That's what I want to know. Are each of these different computers, this is Hi, this is Fred?
I don't mind the videos or the shorts that are AI as long as they say that they're AI. When they don't say they AI and you think what they're showing you is real, that's where I have the problem.
But they don't say that. You look
They
at
don't
your
say
feed.
that.
When you
Look at
upload
your-
a video, is there a place for you to say this is AI generated or no?
There's a thing to click, but that's you only have to click that if your AI so closely resembles a real person that there might be some confusion. Then you have to click that box. But I've never seen a warning on an AI video that says this video is AI. I've never seen that. Just like in music, Barbara. The AI behind the generation of the actual putting your words to music is incredible. And I don't think that's dangerous. But if I was a songwriter and trying to make my living as a music composer, I'd be a little scared right now.
Oh, yeah. But the words are mine. I put the words in there.
Exactly. So
But there's a program out there that will actually make the singer, the AI singer, and put the music with it. You have to play around with the music to get it to what you want. But it's out there.
Yeah. And, we used to complain about what you could do in Photoshop. In fact, that became a term, Photoshopped. It means don't believe what you see. Putting somebody else's head on somebody else's body. But that had great capabilities, and it was a great graphics tool. I use it all the time. But this new stuff, this Nano Banana and Gemini and the creation of some of these things goes so far. In fact, those tools are being built into all the graphics software in Photoshop.
The image generating tool.
Right inside, removing the backgrounds.
And it's amazing. I used to, and Mitch, in the same way, I used to spend so much time cutting things out. Now, with a click, I pull the subject out. It's amazing.
Yeah, and completely dress them differently, or give them longer hair, or change his skin color, or whatever you want to do. Yeah, so you can't believe your eyes anymore. Well, how do How do we convince people something is actually genuine? You can't just show them a picture of it anymore.
I know this conversation is going a little in the weeds, but what else is new? But
yeah,
I once heard someone say that the picture you take with your cell phone, goes through the image processor on the phone, and it actually does things to the image to the point where the image you're taking is not really what was real. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does. There's so much.
And I'm not even talking about the ones that take a burst shot and fix all the eyes closed and make one perfect picture. That really isn't real. I'm talking about even on an iPhone. You take a picture, it's changing the sky, the skin tone, that it's
well,
not,
it's trying to,
right.
yeah, it's enhancing it, but those are just
Even
just
the
like
stuff that we think is genuine or is not to some degree. It's amazing. I know.
I mean, there could be a positive backlash on this if you think about it, right? So it kind of sparks an inquisitive thought for every human being to start questioning everything, right? And maybe that is exactly what people need to hear and to see and to say, all right, you know what? If they're fooling me with what I'm seeing, what about what I'm eating? And that could lead them to a certain rabbit hole. And before you know it, they're here with the carnivore diet. I mean, it's all about questioning everything.
Well,
I gotta be. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I agree. I mean, I think that's a great and lofty wish. If only the average human being was smart enough anymore, or curious enough to actually question anything. When you look around, and that's the scary part, the dumbing down of the human race is evident everywhere you look. You don't believe me?
It's in every corner. It's in.
Look at TikTok.
TV.
Look at TikTok. Look at TikTok. You just look at TikTok for an hour and you throw the cell phone away and say, "Oh, I give up. I give up." We've descended into absolute lunacy in this world. So for those of us that are in this little community of ours, I think we're above average intelligence. I would definitely say that, and curiosity and reality. We have to be, or we wouldn't be doing this. But the average American, whose whole life revolves around the Survivor TV show, American Idol, and the football league that they follow, and how much beer they consume, and obviously most people are like that, because look at what they have for sale in every Sam's Club and every Costco and every supermarket. It's food for idiots is what it is. And 99% of the food in those stores is unhealthy. And even with all the stuff that's coming out, the documentaries we make, RFK Jr., has anything changed yet? Has anything changed? The school lunches, I heard a little glimmer of hope for that, but I haven't seen anything come out about it.
And it's not going to change. It's not going to change. If anything, the best thing that's coming out of it is that we're talking about it. That's
that's but who else is talking about it except us?
In the echo chamber.
Yeah, and that's preaching to the choir. So, who else is getting the message? In reality, when you look at, and this is the sad part, we had an opportunity, but you're fighting too big an obstacle, too much power, too much money, too much vested interest. You're not going to shut the food companies down or the drug companies who capitalize on unhealthy humans. Right. You're not going to shut them down. They don't want to cure anything. Why would they do that? Why would any business intentionally do something that would put them out of business? They have accepted the collateral damage of what they do, and their idea is still to come up with newer and more effective treatments, instant fixes, magic pills, injections, to give people what they want. That is, to continue to feed their addictions, not having to give up all that stuff they love so much that has become such a part of their lives, and take the magic shot or the magic pill, which is going to solve all their health problems. And then there's a cadre of lawyers just lining up and getting ready, because pretty soon you see it. It's a pattern. You're going to tune into the morning news on TV, and the ambulance chaser is going to have a commercial, and he's going to be chasing people that have taken Ozempic. They're going to start filing monstrous lawsuits, class actions, but it's the lawyers that are going to instigate it. The lawyers are going to start advertising, and you've all heard it. Did you fall for that Ozempic thing? Did you take Ozempic and find out that your digestive system got paralyzed? Has it ruined your life? Call Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe at this number, and we'll get you $10 million. And that's what we see now in auto accidents. You know what we don't see now? Medical malpractice lawsuits. When's the last time you saw a lawyer on TV trying to round up a client for a medical malpractice lawsuit?
Right.
Do you know why you don't see that anymore? You don't see that anymore because the entire medical industry got together, paid off enough legislators to pass certain laws that limit the amount of money that you can sue a doctor for. And the big paydays aren't there. But the big paydays are there in the auto accidents. The auto accidents, because they're backed by big insurance. And these law firms, the largest one in the world, you all know who he is. You've seen his ads. I hate to even say it because it'll turn on me. He's now a billionaire, this guy. I know, I've met him because he lives here near me. My son is good friends with two young lawyers who work for him. I know how his business works, and it's an extortion racket is what it is. They very rarely ever go to court. They don't want to go to court. They can't, they'd have to invest money in it to go to court. So they advertise on every TV station all morning. You've never seen us. And we have 3 or 4 of those law firms here in town. And they make a fortune by having a very large number of very small settlements. The insurance company has a nuisance amount they'll pay. And that's what they do. They get these people with big hopes. They're going to get $1 billion. And then they come back to them and they say, well, I've got bad news for you, sir. The insurance company's offered to settle your lawsuit for $3,000. And the person then says, well, I'm not going to take it. And they say, well, I got to tell you, your chances of winning are null. You're going to have to, if you don't take the settlement according to the contract you signed with us, you're going to have to pay us our hourly rate to go to court. And they do that. They can withdraw if they want. You don't know that because you didn't read the 57 pages of fine print. But if you don't take their settlement offer, they can withdraw, and they do. And then they give you the last hook that if you do go to court after they've offered to settle and you do lose, you then are responsible for their entire legal cost as well, which could be $500,000. Right. And the poor person who put their, who became grist for this lawyer's mill, ends up with, and they're earning contingencies, and by the time they throw the costs in on top, maybe it's half and half. So they end up walking away with a check for $1,500 after they've done all this work and all this hope, dashed hopes. And once in a blue moon, these lawyers get a case that's so good. And the tragedy, you got to have a very pathetic client in a wheelchair that can't talk anymore, where you can really, that was hit by a semi that was owned by a huge company with billions of dollars worth of insurance coverage. They take those people to court and they get those settlements that they then advertise about on TV. It is a racket. And that racket is coming to a pharmaceutical company near you. in the form of these Ozempic and things, and you're going to start to see all the lawyers are salivating now over this stuff, and that's the world we live in. And all we can do is try not to become a target. And Kelsey's a target for those. Kelsey has become a target for those lawyers. There are lawyers whose purpose it is to find some law. The biggest one is done under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, that requires every website be ADA compliant. And there are lawyers whose staffs do nothing but scan websites all day, looking for sites that may not be doing it quite right, and then organizing a phony class action suit, and you got an extortion thing. And most of those cases settle. Very rarely have any of them ever gone to court. They settle because they're not out for the 50. What was it? He says if he lost this lawsuit that he just got sued on his website not complying with the privacy restrictions for medical information, the HIPAA stuff. This lawyer, you don't even have to name the plaintiffs in this suit. They've come up with so-called 5,000 different people. Now, they don't have 5,000 people, and the fine would be $5,000 per person. So what's 5,000 times 5,000? And that's what Kiltz is going to bed with at night on his mind, that if it doesn't get to court, and if he did lose, there ain't enough money in the world to pay that kind of a judgment. It's a sick world full of predators. But predator is the law of the jungle. Predator is what existed in all living things before humans came along anyway. Why is it so surprising that we have the ability to be the ultimate predator? Look at our ancestors. Look at our history. I'm pontificating. Anyway, sorry about that. Cheer me up, guys. Say something cheerful.
Naked ladies.
Naked
Hooray!
ladies. You can always count on you, Spanky, for something like that. Thank you very much.
Well, piggybacking off of what you were saying, Mitch, I mean, it is, unfortunately, it's a nefarious environment that Big Pharma created that a lot of us, the whole population, there's these scare tactics that you're afraid to say certain things. And we've come to a certain point in life that, God forbid, we say something against the establishment. You know, we shouldn't have that. We have traits of being courageous and standing up against all these huge entities. Again, a channel like yours has motivated so many people to change their trajectory, just like me. And I think that's where it all boils down. When we have such a great community and we stick together and we help each other out and we come to a conclusion that we're not alone in this, that we can step up to the plate. When they're trying to fool us, well, take this pill, take that one. If not, take this injection. We could always stand back and say, you know what? I have to make a conscious decision, what is right, what is wrong, as opposed to what the majority are doing, just going right into a hellhole of saying yes, yes, just immediate satisfaction. So I think we're on the right track. Maybe, what do you think?
Well, I think I absolutely. Let me ask everybody else what they think about that. Don't all speak up at once.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. I kind of zoned out.
Well, fortunately, in the overall scheme of things, my exposure at my age, not having a ton of money anymore, and not having a million subscriber or more channel, I'm not the guy they're going to go after. I live, after I really went completely broke, about, what was it, 15, 20 years ago, I changed my whole philosophy. I went back to what one of the very first lawyers I ever had as a young man said to me. very wise thing, and we were talking about lawsuits. We were talking about asset protection, about forming, incorporating or forming an LLC to isolate your personal assets, and then there was the marital assets came into play. You register your car in both your name and your wife's name, or to just an individual, because then if you get in an accident, you're not both liable. You can't both be sued. If the car was in both your names, you could both be sued. How do you protect it? All that stuff, and the one fact or one point that came out of all that discussion was basically you want to be in a situation where nobody's going to bother suing you for anything. Be broke. Be broke. That was a simple answer. Be broke, because he said, lawyers are considered sharks. They're always swimming around. Well, his saying was, where there's no food, you don't find any sharks. It's that simple. So I'm in a position right now where it's not worth a lawyer's time to take a contingency case to go after me, because it's not there. There's no food there anymore. This is enough for me to, I make a little living. I pay my bills, but I don't have. Now, Robert Kilt's a different story. He's got this very successful chain of fertility clinics. He's a target, a very visible target. And he's a brave guy who speaks out against the establishment.
Well, and that's the problem. He's online, and he's live every morning. I mean, those lawyers probably have a stack of stuff against him.
Yeah, they probably have it on their calendar to watch your show every morning at 6 to make sure he didn't say something they could sue him over. So maybe, and you look at most of these really wealthy guys, they probably get 100 lawsuits a week. Everybody and their brother's going after their money, and they're just rich enough to afford to have enough lawyers on staff to settle these things or fight them off. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live that way.
Jiffy's asking a question in the chat. Are there any carnivore lawyers? And there actually is one.
Really? I haven't heard that yet.
Well, Christopher Brandlin.
Don't know. Don't know him.
Oh, no? Chris Brandlin is a lawyer. He lives in Las Vegas, and he's running for.
Oh yeah, I know who he is. But his law practice has nothing to do with Carnivore, does it?
Well, he does pro bono work for carnivores.
Okay.
So he's helping Anthony Chafee with some issues, and for example, he. Presented to the people getting certified as health coaches through Dr. Kiltz regarding starting an LLC and all that stuff. So he definitely is giving back to the community. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's a shame. Well, it might be a good sign. We're growing big enough where we need lawyers now.
Listen, rather have them on our side than not,
Great. Wasn't Dr. Sean Baker also got hit with a lawsuit?
Oh, they tried to take his license away, I think.
They did. They did revoke his license. He had to fight back for it and got it back, thank goodness. That's just, what a nasty way to be when you're trying to spread truth.
Well, they don't see it as truth. They see it as a threat. A threat. And not only, dare I say that, use the R word, but not only do you have all the corrupt money people, you have the corrupt religious people. They started the whole mess. The Seventh-day Adventists started this whole vegetarian meat. You've got to be outlawed because it causes men to have sexual thoughts. I mean, this is the history of how we got where we are. So you mix the combination of being corrupt and using religion as an excuse. How do you fight that? You can't fight that stuff. Too many people are so easily swayed by that. But how do you fight it? What's worse? Somebody taking all your money, or damning you to hell for eternity? You name it. They got every threat known to man. And speaking of threats, And speaking of being late, some guys never get the message. Maybe it was a time change. You think it was?
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
he's in
cow!
the
You
dark.
look like you just got out of bed, man. Look
right.
at you.
Did
Rick.
you just fight a gang of iguana?
No, I was installing an air conditioner.
Holy cow! Look at you. Look at you. Love the hair, man.
Yeah, you
Love
look
the
good.
hair.
It's so
was
hot.
the air conditioner? How big was the air conditioner?
It's
Window
a
unit?
5-ton central. I had to replace it. I started this morning, but the idiots who installed it before me must have been from Latin America. Everything was a disaster. The electrical was shot. The refrigerant lines were crimped. I mean,
Oh,
it was
geez.
unreal.
Well, man, I'll tell you, the fact that you even showed up here is got to be a testament to you.
Iguanas.
To you. I've never seen you look quite that disheveled, Rick.
I know.
I like
Are
the
you
look.
gonna-
I
are you
like
gonna-
the
are you gonna-
look.
are you
Yeah,
gonna
the
take a
look is
bath?
savage,
Rick, you gonna
man.
take a bath?
Look at that. Look, his hands are black. He's got dirt all over his shirt. His hair is man, I love it.
It's a
love
man's
it.
man.
Yeah, man's man. That's
This
The
is what
savage duck.
this is what I usually look like after working. Some people say Rick doesn't work. I work all the time. But when I'm
Well-
going online, I try to clean myself up.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you in a suit the other day. Boy, where did that come from? Holy cow.
that's been a big topic lately, by the way, Rick.
The
with you in
suit.
a suit. What
Yeah.
was the occasion?
What it was, I had a customer that we'd set up their office and everything, so they had a get together, and it was a formal event. So we had to meet somewhere that was kind of fancy. Everyone says, suit and tie, so I dressed up.
Nice.
Wow, look at that nice suit too. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did my mother used to say? You clean up nice. They used to say, you really clean up nice. But you're a little late today, Rick.
I know.
I'm glad you
Well,
popped. I'm
we're
glad you
glad
popped by.
in.
However,
Nice.
I wasn't even going to drop in, but I figured, well, let me just say hi. I'm a disaster, but it's been a busy day.
no, that was a highlighted evening. Getting
Did
to
you have
see
dinner
you
yet
looking
or
so
no?
disheveled. Yeah,
you
appreciate
I
have
it.
haven't
dinner
had
or
dinner
not?
yet, no.
What are you
But
cooking today?
I guess it's going to be more pork because that's all I got. I can't afford beef. I got a few pieces of beef, but I don't have any iguana and I don't have any ducks, so I guess I'll have to eat the rest of the pork. And chicken hasn't been on sale. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be on sale again.
Well, I hope they paid you real well for this job you did today, so you go out there and afford to buy some good
Well,
food.
That's the thing. I mean, it's going to be probably a few $100s, and they're already calling me again. Oh, that's somebody else. Okay.
Man,
Oh, I hear the quacking.
in demand. In
That
demand.
cordless. I have a ringtone in the cordless phone. It's a quacking sound.
Oh, cool. Well,
Is
listen,
that like
everybody.
is that like Pavlov's dog? Do you start to salivate when you hear the quacking?
Well, Rick, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, have fun, guys. Have fun.
And I will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. for morning coffee at 7 o'clock in the dark. And I will see you all then. In the meantime, it's after 8. Let me play a little happy music, and you can all say adios in
Everybody
the
in the
chat.
morning.
Adios.
See you guys
See
later.
Barbara, see Barbara
Buenas
now.
noches.
Buenos noches.
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte in Portuguese. Yes.
What a pleasure it was.
It was, Daniel. Thanks so much for coming in, man. Good to see you. Anytime. Anytime. We'll see you again. All right, and that leaves just me. That leaves just me and you and the books. See the books? The books are up there because I had to be in a Zoom call with one of my customers today, and I didn't want it to look like I was in a coffee shop. And I forgot in all the madness to get rid of the books and go back to the coffee shop where it looks much more familiar. So let me set that up so tomorrow morning when I come on, I am in the coffee shop. Although I think in this scene with the chat up there, I was still in the coffee shop. Oh, it's so complicated. It's so complicated for an old guy to keep up with. Larry, thanks for coming, everybody. Good to see you, and the music's about to end, and so am I. It's just happy music. It's tough to be upset listening to this. This is my egg-beating, cigar-lighting music. Always fun things to watch. And there it goes. So, without further ado, you guys can start taking the rest of the day off now, as long as you continue to eat meat. See you in the morning.